So, we're going to do the weekly energy report. Yay. Awesome. I'm happy to be here. I'm Oracle Brigette. I go live every Monday with an energy report. This is a report for the collective. So if you're here, it's for you. Okay? The message that I just channeled that will be posted on my page soon, I'm going to pull that message through again, and that's how I'd like to start this video, because, you know, I like to start these energy reports with an intuitive message before I get into the cards. So the message that Spirit shared with me for this week is that this week we have no more 4D. It's either heaven or hell on earth. It's either 3D or 5D. And we all have access to both. The way that we access either vibration, either dimension, is through choosing our perspective and choosing our attitude. What's wild is that we've never experienced heaven on earth before, at least in this current incarnation. We haven't experienced it, so we don't really know what it feels like. It's kind of foreign, 5D, whereas 3D, hell on earth, is extremely familiar. So just know that 3D is experiencing a huge distortion in its energy field right now. The lower vibrational plane is experiencing a major purge. Everything, it's a storm. It feels like an energy storm in the third dimension, in the environmental energies when you're tapped into that. Whereas when you're tapped into the higher vibrational energies, everything just feels very facilitated, but it feels new. It feels a little foreign. So try and embody a state of like imaginative hope and curiosity and willingness to remember that we don't know everything and that there's things that can surprise us and dazzle us. And that can keep us open. That can keep us open. So we're constantly kind of monitoring that we're conscious of the manner in which we're perceiving. The way that we can portal between these dimensions, and really we want to stay in the higher vibrational one, I think. The way we portal into that higher vibration, that is through utilizing our free will to choose our attitude and the manner in which we are perceiving things. Spirit has guided me today and yesterday to share with you that your best bet is to make sure you are willing to see heaven on earth everywhere you look. Be willing to connect to your imagination and your heart, and just imagine, what would it feel like to be eligible for heaven on earth? That's why my phone is glitching. Oh, I just recorded that channeled message. For those of you who just came on, who are on my other video, that message I started channeling when my phone shut off, I got that thing recorded before I came back on the live. So I did not lose the message. Some of those messages, they just feel pretty powerful, so I hate to lose it. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So we've got these two particular energies that we can tap into this week, and it's very contrasting. Accessible to everyone. When you wake up in the morning, you're going to sense the distortions in the energy field around you. Just remember that you are a sovereign being, and you source your own energy vibration from within. So we use our free will, we wield our free will to tune our energy frequency, because we are sovereign, so that it doesn't matter what distortions there may be in the environmental energy around you. We choose with our free will the attitude and the quality of the perspective that we're going to hold. And literally, Spirit says, see God's earth, be in God's earth. See God's world, be in God's world. See heaven on earth and exist in heaven on earth. Your imagination, small tangent, your imagination is a portal. One of the biggest social conditioning freaking tricks that they got us in was make-believe. Saying make-believe was fake and your imagination was make-believe. No. Flip it. Imagination is believe-make. Imagination is the key to manifestation. You believe something first, and then it can be manifested. First, you have the idea for how you will do something, and then you make it happen. Imagination is belief make. We access our expanded mind, our creative mind, in order to have innovative ideas. And so, when you're curious about, well, Brigette, what does heaven on earth look like? What does heaven on earth feel like? I don't know. I'm going to use my imagination and take deep breaths and connect to my heart. And I want you to do the same thing. Because I don't actually have any more keys to heaven on earth than you do. We each have our own key to our own vibration of heaven on earth. So let me know when you connect in what it feels like, and I'll let you know too. I guess that's what these readings are anyways. So I hope that helps. That's the intuitive message for this week's energy. And let me just say that after getting it out, I feel so much lighter and I can smile again. Oh, I just felt so serious. Like I had to tell you guys. Spirit was like, first you tell them. First you tell them and then you can have fun. Okay, Spirit. Fuck. I did it. Yay, we're here together. We're here together. I feel like I'm very loud. Oh well. I turned my AC off. There shouldn't be any noise pollution. The garbage men came and went. And I'm happy to be here. We've got the huge decks. We're going with the Wilds Unknown Tarot and the Gateway Oracle. La 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 la. Man, that message, that was intense. I am dazzled. I think I'm still integrating it. I am dazzled by that message. That dazzles me. That dazzles me. Your perspective as a portal? Come on! Wielding your free will as a power to choose your attitude and the manner in which you perceive reality, to make yourself a master of the physical realm? Oh, Spirit is so good to us. God, that dazzles me, you guys. Do you feel my passion in these light codes? It's real. God, that is such an energy that I can fucking vibe with. Oh, wield your free will to choose. Oh, wield your free will to tune your frequency. What do you want to feel? Okay, do that. Okay, do that. What do you want to feel? What things do you want to feel that you can't feel right now? That's the real question. Now, not to tangent too much, but of course we don't have any power over what any other human being does. So anything I want to feel, but I want to feel something from someone else, that's me being a controlling person. I have no right to project my wants of another person onto them, or expectations of another person onto them, and then expect them to do it. Nah. If we're meant to connect, we're going to connect. What things do you want to feel right now that you can't feel? What's holding you back exactly? And I'd like to remind you that if you're a sovereign being in which you have access to be, then you utilize your free will and you wield your free will to choose what attitude you will inhabit and embody in order to tune your frequency, to determine which vibration, which dimension you are vibrating within. This week, we have access to heaven on earth. The doors are open, the portals are open, and the portal is you using your free will to choose your perspective. Can you dig it, my loves? All right, here it comes. Ooh. Okay, this one. We can't see this one, and then this one. And then this one. All right, we've got a masculine energy. Spirit says you want... Oh, there we go. Spirit says you want money. You want money. You want abundance. You want that financial deliciousness flowing into your life with ease. Then it's time to grow up. Stop being so fake, Spirit says. When it comes to your relationship with money and the prosperity coming in and our relationship with money this week, the mirror that we're going to face is the realization that we are kind of fake in the manner that we are interacting with our perspective, and or the number of perspectives we're giving ourselves access to is like this compared to the other high vibrating perspectives we could have, and the way that we relate to money. The Son of Wands. The Son of Wands, so the energy of this particular card for me, with this particular reading in this energy, it feels like, you know, the immature, I'm in my 20s energy with money, or maybe you've had a job for a couple years and you've been drinking legally for a couple years and you really haven't figured out money management yet, but you haven't gone broke yet and you're not homeless yet, so you're like, it just works, so I'm just gonna fucking hope that this shit balances out. The next card is the Father of Pentacles. No matter what your age is, just in case my analogy didn't resonate with you, there are going to be realizations offered to you this week to help you understand more innovative ways for you to interact with your relationship with money. There's more complex thing going on energetically with you and money right now, and it's rooted in how you don't represent your authentic self, and you think you have to go off of your authentic self in order to attain money. And Spirit wants us to know that things could actually be very stable. Things could be very grounded. We could actually find quite a bit of abundance of finances, abundance of wealth, financial wealth, prosperity, luxury, money in the bank account. But Spirit is not going to expose any of that to us if we don't get real. If we are going to try and make money from a place of inauthenticity, then the result in how we are going to treat the money that we get is we are going to hold on too tight, and it's going to be coming from a place of insecurity, and we're going to relate to that energy of that money in an insecure and ungrounded manner, because the way in which we attain that money was from an inauthentic place. I hope that resonates. It feels very clear. So whatever epiphany comes up this week, I hope you can remember these cards and the words that I'm sharing with you now. Because you can't judge yourself. The light quotient keeps expanding every day. So we keep getting to know ourselves more and more every day. The things about yourself that you maybe didn't realize yesterday and realize today, let me tell you, my love, it is a waste of energy to feel regret or guilt for your realizations that you just had, wishing you could have had the realization yesterday. No. When the epiphany comes in, we take the energy, we take the light codes, and we move forward. If the epiphany comes in and exposes some shadow self, it's organic, and we let that happen. Oh shit, I have this epiphany. That means that whole way I was being has to go in the trash because I've realized something new, and I move forward. Not, oh shit, I've had an epiphany. Oh, and here's the way I was being. Let me play in the trash while this light is here waiting to take me forward. Please don't do that. The epiphany is going to come this week. It's the wands, right? Son of Wands. It's the realm of your thoughts. The epiphany is going to come this week, and it's going to show you how and where you've been inauthentic in the way that you are approaching making money. And again, the money you make from an inauthentic place, you're going to have this energy with it that is possessive and controlling and feels insecure because you got the money from a place that wasn't authentic to your true soul. And so it's like not high vibrating money because it wasn't attained by high vibrating you. Father of Pentacles in the middle. Sorry, I'm looking through the literature. I just want to make sure there's not a keyword I'm forgetting. Steady, entrepreneurial. Keyword priority. Okay? So you're going to want to prioritize the quality of your energy and how you're approaching the things that you wish to feel abundance about. Okay? Wield your free will to allow yourself to change your perspectives that no longer fit. Allow yourself to transform rapidly, like night and day, when the epiphany comes in and it feels too clear and it exposes so much about yourself and you're faced with it, but the epiphany and light codes feel so clear. That's what I knew, and here's what I know, and I move forward with it. Wield your free will to monitor and choose the quality of vibration that you try to attain money from. When you are offering your service, when you are sharing your value with the intention to receive value, ensure it is coming from the authentic heart center. The way that you are behaving is behaving in a way that can continue to manifest heaven on earth. Beautiful blue jay. Beautiful blue jay. There's the building next to me. One of the people, they have this balcony, and it's funny. I wasn't sure if it was just a coincidence, but there's this one squirrel that was always climbing up the little palm tree and jumping on the balcony. And I was like, oh my God, they're so lucky. That squirrel is always there. And recently, now that I've been sitting here, I've noticed the guy goes out and I think he puts like water and food out. It's so sweet. And right now there's 2 squirrels and there was like some birds like flying over there. All the other balconies barren, empty, no animals, no nothing. And then like this one like Snow White man's balcony with the gorgeous friggin' blue jays and squirrels. Two blue jays. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. And I think that's heaven on earth. I think that's heaven on earth, you guys, because it feels right. Let's get into part 2 of the message. Oh, beautiful. I'm so glad that this is hitting home, my love. Yeah. It's hitting home for me. Everyone say a little prayer. Universe, please bless Instagram to save this video on my page for 24 hours so the rest of Soul Family can get the light codes. So the rest of Soul Family can get the light codes. Oh my God. Wow, there's so much beautiful energy that I'm feeling. Oh, 2 cards came out. Ooh. Let's give you guys a little peek at what I'm looking at. So, squeeze back a little more. So, my darlings, we had our 3 tarot cards. And then we have 4 oracle cards. This is a layered message. These are not clarifying cards for each tarot card. This is like a layered message. So this is like layer 2. So remember the light codes, or recall, or, integrate the light codes I've already shared with you. And take some deep breaths and let's get a little deeper into the message. Can you feel that energy coming off of this? Spirit is so good to us. So I do need to step out of the energy for a moment so that I can receive the message. How are you guys doing? How you feeling? Let's talk for a second. So let's say that this was some kind of one-on-one reading. Let's say you got a reading from my website, and let's say what we just did, that was The first part of the message, the first part of this reading, that was what you would call an intuitive reading. So that's like the 5D life skills chat on my website with the alien with the telephone, because it was an intuitive channeled message for us with no cards. Then with the tarot cards, like something like that where I'm going to be intuitive with the cards, that's going to be the one on my shop that says intuitive reading. I think it says like with cards in parentheses. And that is me intuitively pulling cards out and describing them. And if you were to get like a 60-minute intuitive reading, it would be something like this, where we would have a part 1, like we just did, and then we would pull out another deck and we would get deeper into it and we'd do a part 2. Now, you guys know, I'm sure I'm not the only reader that you go on. We can do a reading about anything. We can focus in on a specific topic, on a question, on a curiosity, on a prediction. We can give an energy report for the day, for the week, for the year, for the month. And depending on the reader and the quality of their vibration and their purpose, they're going to access light codes from different vibrational sources. And they're going to filter those light codes and transmit those light codes in different ways so that everyone gets activated and no one is left out. So, this reading is for the week. This one's for the week. But just know, if you ever get a reading from me or from anyone, for the most part, it can be whatever you want. Just no yes or no questions. Yes or no questions are for the pendulum. I've been channeling longer messages lately, and I've been posting those as blog posts on my website, by the way. And this is not the first time I've made blog posts on my website. There are several articles on my website dating back 2 years, messages that I've channeled, philosophies of mine, theories of mine. And you know, on my website, most of you already know, it's the Awakening Resources page. So it's my favorite gurus, my favorite astrologers, my favorite acid alkaline chart. Just trying to, share the love and the good juju. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Oh, am I ready for the reading? Where's selenite? I need some selenite. Selenite, you will sit here. And some citrine will sit next to you. It's like a tool belt in my sock, you guys. Okay, I think I've taken a break from the energy long enough. We have 4 oracle cards to go on top of our tarot message. I know you can't really see the cards, but they're upside down anyways. I'd rather you see the top of my head. That's where my priorities are. Just in case you see any light codes come into my crown chakra, I need that on film. Those of you who have been here since the beginning of the video, I friggin' love you, and thank you for holding space for me as I come in and out of the energies and channel these messages and get into this energy report deeper and deeper. For those of you who may have just joined, hey, I'm Brigette, Love Steady Life, and we are right in the middle of our weekly energy report, so technically you're right on time if this is when the divine brought you here. I've got 4 oracle cards to describe. It's a very particular energy, and once I start, I'm not going to stop. Emerging into grace, healing the past, following your bliss, and then dwelling in truth. For my energy readers, I'm going to go through that one more time because it has a very clear energy. Emerging into grace, healing the past, following your bliss, dwelling in truth. Let's get into it. Oh, it feels so good. Wow. All right, let me calm down and stop blissing out so much so that I can translate the message. Yay. You guys ready? So now we're in a state where we're willing to acknowledge that things are really going to get better. We're starting to able to tap into more hope. We're starting to feel the energy of things moving forward with or without us. And most of us are feeling the decision of, I want to step on that. I want to step on that boat. I want to step on that escalator. I want to step on that moving sidewalk. I do want to. So we've got this acknowledgement, one, of that life is moving forward, and then two, that we'd like to participate in moving forward. So congratulations, my loves. I know me personally, over the past year, there have been times where I didn't want to move forward at all. I was like, I'm done with life. I'm going to fucking die. Didn't. And in case you went through that, high five. Because we're here right now, and things are about to start getting really, really magical when you understand how to wield your free will to choose your perspective and the manner and vibration in which you are perceiving your reality. Ensuring that you are open and willing to acknowledge heaven on earth whenever the universe may decide to allow for it to be presented to you. And when you get access to it, it means you can interact with it. So imagine yourself. Imagine an energy field that starts as a line going along the column of your spine. It's a white, bright line. Maybe has like blue or purple like edges, but it's like hot heat, you know? So it's this white, bright line. It starts as a line, but then it turns out it's three-dimensional, and it becomes a column. And it starts to expand. And it starts to expand, and the light soon consumes your body, and now it's like a big oval shape. Inside, all around you, you're inside this like egg of energy. But the energy came from within you. You're like swimming in a soup of your own soul vibration. That's your aura. That's your energy field. And that's how we tune our energy frequency. It's because it comes from in here. So I set the intention, and then I let it flow. So the universe is giving us these moving floor tiles. But the thing is, whether we really acknowledge it or not, we kind of like where the floor tiles are moving us. It's like, oh, at least it's taking me out of the heavy shit. Like, okay, I'll go with this. And in case this doesn't resonate, think back to the tarot message. Are you interacting with reality from an inauthentic way? And if you're interacting with reality in an inauthentic way, then what you receive from reality, you are going to be controlling over it and attached to it because you feel insecure about your relationship with it, because you attained that thing that you have a relationship with from an inauthentic place. So you will never feel grounded with it because you were not grounded when you manifested it. And the place that you were in when you manifested it, like, it's a product of ungrounded you, so why would like you be able to ground while still fusing with that product? I open my soul to grace, emerging into grace, healing the past. I step into my future with strength and clarity. Following your bliss, my soul sings with joy. Those three, it's a strong moving energy. First of all, as this week's energy as you start to approach this week's energy, as the energy starts to hit you and you move through the energies like a heavy mist or like a high grass in a field, as you move through these energies, do so with grace. As you move through these energies, be very aware. It almost feels like I want you to slow down and be a little more careful in the way that you're going about things, because I don't want you to miss anything, and there's really no rush. There is an innate moving of energy. If you choose to participate in embodying your higher self and evolving into 5D and manifesting heaven on earth and activating your Christed light body or whatever you believe. I believe all that, yeah. Well, that means you're stepping forward, so then you don't have to focus so much on that. Trust that you set your intention to move forward, and now do so with grace. And now do so with grace. I want you to feel peace with your emotions. And as you move forward, old emotions that existed in old you, that vibrate too low, are going to come up to be felt and released. All emotions that come up in this time, you need to have your safe place, your closet, your bedroom, your bathroom with the locked door, your car with the tinted windows, whatever. You need to have your place where you can go and cry and go, whatever emotion you're feeling, you've got to have your safe place where you can go and get that out. Because there's going to be a lot of cleansing emotions, but I want you to meet them and say goodbye to them with peace. I want you to be able to be, and I'm saying I want you to because I want you to know that you have access to this. As emotions come up, because you've chose to move forward in your personal evolution, as you continue to move forward gracefully, your lower body, the parts of yourself that are getting upgraded to make you more heaven on earth body, they're going to start to show themselves to you. And you're going to meet it with love and peace and grace and say, oh, hello. It does feel like I need to cry, don't I? That's okay, self. Let me go in my covers and have a cry. And while I'm crying, I'm not feeling shame. I'm loving myself, and I'm acknowledging that these are energies that were stored, that are exiting through the expression of this emotion. When I'm done crying, I take a deep breath, and again I feel peace, and I say, oh, that felt really good. We'll be healing the past. And it's going to happen very naturally this week with this energy. Healing the past. Emerging into grace is connecting with yourself and consciously moving forward with grace, acknowledging the hurts from the past, letting them come up and letting the old emotions be expressed in a safe way, in solitude, and then loving yourself before, during, and after. So these things can heal, because the only reason they're coming up is because they feel safe enough to be loved again, so that they can say, Mama, heal me, help me, love me. That's that shadow, that's going to come up naturally. If that happens, you know your job. Be love on yourself. Be love on yourself. Express the emotion in a safe place. Don't fuck with other people. Just love on yourself. Follow your bliss. My soul sings with joy. Every time we heal and release a component of the past, and we let an emotion be expressed that has been blocked or stored up for so many years or days or whatever, every time we feel lighter and we get access to more joy. We get access to more joy. More joy. More joy. Don't be surprised, you deserve it. So Spirit says this week it's going to be like a haunted house, but like the things that are scaring you, it's not supposed to be scary. Okay, like a positive haunted house, but instead of scary people, it's like, you've won the lottery. You've got a raise. Here's a $300 gift card to Whole Foods. Yeah, that's this week. That's how the epiphany. Here's an epiphany. Here's another epiphany. Here's an invention. Here's a way to save the world. That's the kind of house that we're going to be in. A blessings house this week. And what's great is no one is pushing us through it. Just move forward. One step at a time. Moving forward with grace. Loving on yourself as the past emerges from within to be healed and released. And loving yourself once it is released, acknowledging that you are healed, and knowing that you deserve to feel the whole range of human emotions. You've probably felt a lot of discomfort and sadness in your life, and I think it's time for some happy, happy bliss, happy, happy joy, joy. Okay? It's up to you to wield your free will, to tune your frequency, to be open to acknowledge opportunities, to feel bliss, to be able to send out the vibration of healthy fun that you would enjoy, that would help raise your vibration. You will wield your free will to set an intention for being open to the higher vibrational range of emotions such as bliss, pleasure, happiness, fun, dancing, shaking your booty. And the energy of these three cards, emerging into grace, healing the past, following your bliss, by processing this energy this week, choosing to move forward, moving forward, acknowledging the emotions that arise and facing them with grace and love and letting them exit after they are expressed and letting the experience be healed, and then moving forward and aligning with your bliss, following your heart, going with what feels good. That's what happens this week. Dwelling in truth. It says, I stand in the light of truth. We always want to come back to the balanced neutral center. And I hope that you can have extremely ecstatic, fun experiences, laughing until you cry, laughing until you pee your pants. I hope. That sounds awesome. I hope I can too. And then we always return back to the center and integrate the experience. Express our gratitude to the universe for manifesting our dreams. Feeling gratitude for ourselves, for staying high vibrational, taking care of ourselves, and recovering. Monitoring ourselves. It's not constantly staying on the external, just in bliss land partying, but it's instead acknowledging that the concept of bliss isn't just a party vibe, but instead acknowledging that the concept of bliss is when you are so vibrating authentically in your center, truly aligned with what makes your heart sing. You're able to be in a complete state of still, like a still bliss, zenned out, post-yoga, euphoric peace. I want you to have fun. I do want that. And then when you return to the neutral state, when the party dies down, I don't want you to let the energy die all the way down in your body. When you have fun, when the energy dies down, I want you to take the energy and I want you to bring it right here. And I want you to let the memory of the fun time not produce shame if you are authentic and aligned with your heart center and aligning with your well-being. Then when that energy from the fun time, when it needs to be integrated, it should be like re-experiencing the joy. The image that comes to mind is like, have you ever had a romantic experience that was so good that like the next day you would just like have a flash of the moment in your mind and you would feel a rush over your body all over again? You'd be blushing in line at Starbucks because you're thinking about what happened 3 nights ago with someone. That's kind of the thing. That's kind of that thing. So you're going to follow your bliss this week after having lightened up from letting yourself truly heal from the past and truly acknowledge your desire to move forward and expand the light in your life and bring heaven on earth into your now moment. That is naturally going to align you with bliss. And so when you acknowledge that you are aligning with a heart that is constantly singing and feels happier and happier and happier, that's good. When you are in your neutral space, connect to the light and you will begin to channel your own light codes. There's a lot of information coming in for people this week. A lot of the information that's coming in this week is simply light codes that expand you enough to let some shadow naturally float upwards to be faced with some love and love and love and love so it can be healed and loved and healed and loved. And there's a lot there. So there's no rush. It's not supposed to be all healed and, don't worry, no rush. I'm not feeling any rushing energy at all. I'm feeling a peaceful energy. I'm sensing that we will be doing resting. We will be doing self-care. We will be doing crying in our cars. But it's like not like a depressing cry. It's like a healing cry, a purifying cry. Or an expression of another emotion. The final card, dwelling in truth. Yeah, I pretty much said the message. I stand in the light of truth. So you're going to upgrade this week. You're going to become your angelic self this week. We're going to start slow, self-loving, caring, willing to be in grace next to our emotions. And we're going to end in a blissed out state of understanding. You want to let those epiphanies come this week, okay? Let those epiphanies come. Let your mind be open and flexible so that you are constantly willing to perceive new resources and opportunities to align you more and more every day with your truest heart-centered authenticity And remember that every day you get more access to your heart-centered, authentic energy. So don't waste any time dwelling on the past and wishing you made a choice sooner. If the universe gives you the epiphany, take it and move forward. I wish I had this epiphany sooner. Oh, well, you didn't, but you had it now. Let's do something with it. When the energy comes in, use it. When shadow self comes up, love it. Whether you're getting inspiration from the divine or your lower self is coming up because you've created space where it can feel loved, trust that lower self will not present itself to you unless you're vibrating high enough to love on that. This is all you, baby. This is all you. Spirit is not going to self-sabotage you. And that's why the last article I wrote touched a little bit on excessive shadow work. Because you really don't have to muscle your way through your shadow or bully your shadow or I'm going to take this shadow and I'm going to sleep next to the shadow and I'm going to take the shadow and I'm going to have the shadow. No. Shadow, when there's space, shadow comes up to be faced. We face it with love and light. We are masters of the physical realm, so it's time to balance out in our physical body. Okay? And that's how I'm going to close out this message for this week. Everything is going to feel a lot more visceral this week. Everything is going to be saturated colors, not hyper experiences, just more HD experiences as you connect more into your high vibrating heart center. And as heaven on earth starts to emerge in front of you, remember, heaven on earth doesn't just say, surprise, I'm here. You have to consciously set the intention and be willing to use your imagination to connect with your heart center and connect to the divine. And by using your imagination to imagine how you would be if you were divine embodied. Imagine how reality would be if you were walking through heaven on earth right now. And just by doing that, you manifest more and you manifest more and you bring it in. Because it is through our imagination that we bring in the light codes for the future. Because the future hasn't happened yet in this incarnation. So, let's be creative, shall we? Let's keep it authentic, shall we? When you feel yourself feeling insecure, it's okay. But chances are the situation that you're feeling insecure about, you can root that back to some inauthenticity, some lack of authenticity. But that's okay. Just get that pattern already and understand that pattern so you can transcend it. So you can just connect with all this money that's supposed to be coming in for you. I hope this resonates, my loves. You know, kind of felt like a 2-part message. Pretty cool. Have some fun this week. Take care of yourself. And allow yourself to have these moments where you're kind of this like enlightened guru in your house. Like have moments where you can just be resonating and shining and feeling yourself emitting light. That's called your light body, by the way. I want that to happen, and I want any truths that emerge for you, any epiphanies that you have, treat them the same way. Take that information, just be like, oh, and let your body sing the new information. Oh my God, I can't believe I've been like that my whole life, and I just got this epiphany that makes me realize I could be this way. Great, I'm going to do it. Shoom. I take that vibration, new me, oh, new me. This is the energy coming off of me. Oh, and the sound it makes. Oh. I tune that energy with the growing awareness that I have every day, constantly tapping into my attitude, my vibration. How do things look around me? Are you noticing the birds? Are you noticing the tree in the wind? Are you noticing how beautiful the sky looks today? Are you noticing how incredible it is that your hairs stick up when you get cold? Anyways, I hope this helps. I hope you have a beautiful week. Thank you so much. Oh, I love you guys. I appreciate your validation. Thank you, thank you. If this message resonates, let me know. That made me feel great. You know what made me feel even better? If you would share this with a friend so that we could get these light codes out there. Only if it resonates. I'm not trying to pressure you. If you have any questions, you can DM me. If it's a simple spiritual question and you DM it to me and I want to answer it, I'll probably post it on my story too for everyone. And yeah, if you click the link in my bio, you can read my articles. You can book a reading with me. You can see the Awakening Resources page. And I guess that's how I'll leave you today. Feels right. Thanks for the hearts. Yay. Oh, I love you guys. Oh, I love you guys. This looks good. We're going to be good. If anything crazy happens in the energy, I'll be back, okay? Happy week. Have a happy Monday. And I'll see you soon.